Welcome Fit Together family, friends, and followers. This is Audra, and today we're going to be doing a bar segment on the floor, focusing on core and full body work, but mainly focusing on the core. So all you'll need today is a mat. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a plank. So to get into your plank, come into what would be like a push-up position. We're going to get our hands and wrists right underneath our shoulders, creating a nice line through the body. Let the abdominal wall draw up into the spine. Keep those hips in line between the shoulders and the heels. Feet are just about hip width apart. You should feel equal balance throughout the body. Another option on your plank is to come down into a forearm plank, balancing on the forearms. Here you make sure that your elbows are right below the shoulders. Keep your head in a nice neutral position. Relax and focus in on your breath. Planks are a great form of exercise because it engages a lot of major muscle groups, adds strength in the core, and also helps to build endurance. So challenge yourself today. Find that place where you have to push through a little bit, but also honor your body. If you feel fatigue in your lower back, you can always drop those knees down to add a little more support within the plank. We're almost done with the 60-second plank. Counting down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and set those knees down. We're going to sink it back into child's pose for a stretch on that lower back. Extend those arms out and let the hips just rest over the heels. Taking a deep breath and exhale. And come ahead on up into tabletop. This time wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, still maintaining that flat back and keeping that abdominal pulled in. We're going to take our right leg and extend it straight back. Point the toe, push through the knee, pull that center in a little tighter. And if you can, go ahead and extend that opposite arm alongside the ear, holding here in balance. Make sure you're breathing through these poses. To add a little bit more, we're going to take our elbow and knee and pull them to center, and then extend long. Pull and extend, pull and extend. Again, make sure that head's not drooping down. Keep it nice and projected straight out from the spine. 2 more. Let's hold this one in there. Pull it in tight. Feel that squeeze in the abdominal wall. And release it down. Coming back onto the 4 corners, we're going to take that left leg now and extend it straight back. Right arm comes alongside the ear. Reach from fingertip to toe and pull that center up and in. Let's hold here for a few moments. And now let's add that movement, pulling the elbow and knee to center, and then extend, pull, and extend. Again, make sure you're breathing. Don't hold that breath. It's so easy to do. A few more like this. And here's our last one. We're going to pull this one and hold. Squeeze it in. And release. All right, coming to a seated position. We're going to put our feet flat on the floor. Knees are bent up. Everything's nice and lifted in the spine. Pull that center in. Let the shoulders roll back and relax. From here, you can keep your hands under your legs or you can bring them alongside the knee. We're going to scoop that belly in and round out the spine a little bit, and we're going to pulse it back. Feel that contraction in the abdominal wall as you pulse. A few more like this. 3, 2. Hold it back. Pull that belly in. Feel that rounding a little bit, but lift in the spine. We're going to bring our hands into heart center. Lift those elbows slightly, and we're going to twist to the center and then twist to the left. As you twist, reach back with that elbow. You can even try and tap it down to your mat. Few more of these. 2 more to each side. Last one. And bringing it back into center. This time we're going to scoot back and we're going to lift straight up tall, reaching to the ceiling, and then scoop it back again and lift and reach. You decide how deep you take this roll back. You can take it all the way down to the floor as long as you can use core strength to lift yourself straight up. Really reach it to the ceiling. As you reach, you're going to feel those posture muscles engage. Few more like this. Here's our last one. Let's reach it up there. We're going to hold. If you want, you can lengthen out those legs as well, creating that 90-degree angle in the body. Reach it tall and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring those arms down and relax. All right, we're going to head into a single leg stretch. So we're going to take it flat to the mat, all the way down, extending both legs out. Then we're going to pull one knee into the chest, hold it there, and hover up the other leg. If you're keeping your head and shoulders up from the mat, make sure you're gazing down towards your toes. And let's go ahead and switch out our leg, pull in that other knee nice and tight. All right, alternating side to side, pull those knees in. Push that spine down into the mat. Use the strength of the abdominal wall to achieve that. Again, make sure you're breathing on this. Three more on each side. Last one. All right, we're going to add a little twist to this. You can bring your hands behind your knee. And as your knee comes forward, lift that shoulder up towards the knee. Switching to the other side, other shoulder comes up. Switch, switch. Keep going. Lift that shoulder towards the knee. 3 more on each side. Last one. And go ahead and rest the head and shoulders down and extend those legs nice and long. We're going to move into a floor battement. So hands can come along the side
If you feel like you need a little more lower back support, you can slide your hands under your hips to lift those hips up a little bit. So we're gonna take our right leg and extend it straight to the ceiling. Point the toe, push through the back of the knee, push that abdominal wall down into the floor. Holding here for a little stretch. And now let's go ahead and switch it out. Lower that leg down and lift the other one, extending it straight to the ceiling. And lower it down. All right, focusing on the right side, we're gonna lift and lower to a hover. Lift, lower to a hover. Keeping that center engaged by pushing down into the spine. Make sure you're breathing. Focus on keeping that leg nice and long and keeping this movement fluid. It's not a kick, it's a lift and lower. Just a few more on this side. Here's 3, 2. Bring this leg back down to a hover, hold it there. Lift up in the upper body, bringing the head and shoulders forward, like you're reaching towards those toes with your fingertip. Push that abdominal down, hold it here. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower the leg, lower the head and shoulders. Switching to the left, pointing that toe with a nice straight leg. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Again, abdominal wall push down, keeping that spine connected to the mat. You always have that option of sliding your hands under your hips. Fluid movement, nice and smooth. Just a few more like this. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down to a hover. Hover it out there. Lift the head and shoulders up. Reach down towards the toes, engaging deeper into that center. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower it down, lower the head and shoulders down. All right, we're gonna roll onto our side. Setup has 2 options here. You can stay flat on your side, extending that arm up overhead, stacking up the legs, creating a nice long line through the body. Another option is to come up into a knee-supported side plank, wrist under the shoulder, body turned open, nice line through the body, and extend that top leg out for the work. So I'm going to start here and show you the work. So extend this leg, point the toe. We're going to take that arm, reach it alongside the ear, and just do a nice long reach here. And now bring that hand to the hip. Top leg, whether you're up or on the floor, we're going to tap it down and lift. Lower, lift. Make sure your center is engaged. You've got it working. Five more like this. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold this one up there. We're going to do little circles with that leg. Point that toe, tiny little circles digging deep into the hip. Keep that center drawn in. And let's go ahead and reverse. to a pause. Extend that arm overhead one more time. We're gonna pull elbow to knee and extend. Pull and reach. Few more. Really get a nice squeeze in that abdominal wall. Counting from 3. Here's 2. 1, extend it out there, hold it one more time. Reach long through the fingers and toes. And relax. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. So again, you can set up flat on the mat, stacking everything up using your hand for support out front. Or you can come up to that knee supported side plank, rotating open. Top hip is aiming to the ceiling. Go ahead and extend that leg out. Make sure your wrist is under your shoulder. Pull that center in tight. All right, let's go ahead and extend that arm alongside the ear. We're holding here. Take a few nice breaths. And let's bring that hand back to the hip. We're gonna lift and lower with a tap. Lift, lower. Again, this is a controlled movement, not a kick. Lift and lower. Center engaged. Keep that chest open. A few more here. 3, 2, hold that leg up there, and little circles. Point that toe, push through the knee. The work is coming from up high in the glute and hip, not from your knee. Keep that leg not locked in place. Point that toe, and let's reverse. Almost there with these circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it to a hold. Extend that arm up, and here comes that reach and pull. So reach,